Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, my brother.
How you doing?
Not bad at all. How are you?
I'm also good. How is everything about life?
Alhamdulillah. We appreciate life and we are very grateful to Almighty Allah for how far He has brought us. We are not doing bad at all.
I remember having a conversation with your younger brother, Faisal, and he was telling me that growing up wasn't an easy one.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't at all. From the point of view that we wanted to do what we love most, what we had passion for, which is football. And our parents also wanted us to focus on the education.
Yeah.
So it was a conflict. We were expected to manage the two, marry them, and thank God we were able to do it. But it wasn't easy, to be honest.
So how would you describe your...
It wasn't easy, Muftara. It got to a time, I mean, you go play football, come back home, you'll be beaten. I mean, my mom was more or less like a school teacher.
Yeah.
Sometimes she welcome you home nicely. She wouldn't show you a sign of her anger.
Yeah.
She'll give you food. Then at midnight, she'll wake you up. Then she wake you up.
Yeah.
Oh, him for now, call. Me can't say born no jaibo. Jaibo don't go school. So she whip you. Actually, in the middle of the night. Yes, she does that because nobody will be there to rescue you. Sometimes during the day, the neighbors will be there to sympathize with you and to plead on your behalf. So sometimes she does it in the midnight. There's nobody there to help you.
How did you cope?
It was tough. It was tough. I mean, some would say we were stubborn at that time.
Yeah.
Yes, but in a way too, I think it was the passion that we had for the sport, the love that we had for the sport. We couldn't control it. It was inward. I mean, you just couldn't afford losing to go play football when it's time to play football. So most times we try to do our duties on time, just so you could get enough time to go play football. Sometimes you are at no fault. You've done your choice all right. But then for the fact that you've been warned not to go play football and you go play football, you have to be punished. But it toughened us. It made us tough. I mean, we went through proper training, to be honest, and we always say a very big thank you to our parents. Yesterday was Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Myself and Faisal were there in their house to spend the day with our mom and dad. Our two siblings are not here. They are out of town. So we represented the rest.
Yeah, the rest of the family.
Yeah, we want to spend time with mom and to have a little bit of talk about the past and the present and all that. I mean, it was nice. It's really nice.
Did you ask her the way you were? We do where football
yeah. We do sometimes. As I was imagining, we sound like come on in your day.
That's quite an interesting one.
Yeah.
But what your roots? What are your roots? Where did you come from, and your growth up? Where did you grow up and all that?
Okay, so we are Mosi by tribe.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad is Mosi. My mom is Mosi, but my dad's father is Mosi. His mother is Asante.
Oh, okay.
From Otafo, Kumasi.
Oh, okay.
You're
Mosi.
Yes.
So I'm speaking to my slave.
Yeah. In a way.
I'm not conversation with my slave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my mom too the same. My mom's father is also Mosi. The mom is Asante from the district, Mansu district.
Oh, okay.
Mansu Mem. That's where she came from. Oh, okay. So we are, let's say, half
no, you're Mosi. You're completely
Mosi and half Asante. Yeah. So I was born in Kumasi. Faisal was born in Accra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was born at Old Tafu, Kumasi. My dad used to work with state transport.
Oh, okay.
So he was transferred to Accra. when I think I was about around 4 or 5 years.
Oh, okay.
So Faisal and our last born, they were born in Accra. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they are Accra Pickings.
Yeah. They are Ganyobi. Gambo. They are Ganyobi. So we had our elementary education. I started from Kumasi, but then majority of it was in Accra.
Oh, okay.
From the Teshin primary school, and then we left to Help Your Child Preparatory School. It was one of the best private schools at Teshin at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. So from there I went to Teshin and West State GSS, and then to Prempeh College, to Kumasi Polytechnic, and then to now.
And then to now. This big motion.
No, no, but I understand a little bit, and it has always been a very big setback for me. I remember when we went to Burkina for the U20 AFCON.
Oh, okay.
And you know, our family name is Sawadogo.
Oh, okay.
Like if you mention Sawadogo, people know exactly where we come from. So one person saw that, and we went to buy meat. Me, Sule Muntari, Derek Boatin, and Razak Ibrahim. Yeah. We went to buy meat. We used to have this silly competition. Who is good at chopping meat? So myself, Sule Muntari, Derek sometimes, and Razak Ibrahim. But Sule was the best.
Sule,
he loves meat.
He would beat all of you to that competition.
He really proved that he's Hausa man. He's Baoshi. He's Baoshi. So one guy tried to speak to me in Mosi, and I told him I don't understand Mosi. But I grabbed one or two words. Yeah. But it's not too late for me. I want to learn. Yeah.
Because you're learning almost all the time. You are reading books and all that, so you can learn the Mosi too. I just said Yaoto. You didn't understand.
I know. I understand Yaoto. I understand Yaoto.
I can't speak Mosi myself. I'm a Mampusi, so So having a conversation with my sleep. So
you see, this I won't talk.
You won't talk.
Getting to the end of our program, I have a word for you.
What is that word? Say it now.
I have a friend. He's called Idrisu. He's now based in UK. He used to be the circle chairman of Mamobi. Okay. He's also Mampusi. Okay. But for the sake of vice president, I just want to relax. See, I don't want to say much.
The history between Mosis and Mampusis, you know it very well.
Yes, I know.
So, do you admit
that
you are the slaves of Mampusis? Do you admit?
No, I don't.
Faisal, tell me, did I say Faisal? Yussif, sorry about that. Yussif, tell me pretty quick, where did you start your footballing career?
It started, I think, I'll say in Kumasi, but I was young.
Oh, okay.
I say in Kumasi because when we were moving from Kumasi to Accra, my mom and my dad told me that I had a ball in my hand.
Okay.
When we were on the bus with state transport. Even though I was sleeping, I was dozing off, I never let the ball off. I held it all the way from Kumasi to Accra. You know, so but then I realized the potential when we were in Accra. From elementary school, primary school, I was made the captain of the school team at Help Your Child Preparatory School. When I came to Teshin West State GSS, I was made a captain. Prempeh College, I was made a captain.
You've always been a captain.
Kumasi Polytechnic, I was made a captain. And so I think I realized that potential seriously in Accra. And those were the days when my mom also was insisting that we should go to school. My mom and dad. My dad, because he was working with state transport, he was an international driver, so mostly he used to fly the route of Burkina, Ivory Coast, and Mali. So most times he's not at home. So the tough times were with mom.
He would definitely leave an instruction. You thought it was mom who was doing it, but no.
But when he's home too, I remember there was one time that I got the canes from him. And I can't forget that day. No, he doesn't like to beat children, but when he does, he's merciless.
So, but how were you able to combine hiding to play football and education? Psychologically, how difficult was that?
Yeah, it was difficult because I was brilliant at school, and I think it was the most reason why my parents wanted me to focus on that. I was very good at school, even right from the primary school to JSS to SS. I remember when I completed JSS, my dad's senior brother who was working with UN, I did 11 subjects, I had 11 ones. Wow. I did 12 subjects, I had 11 ones.
11 ones?
Yes, and I had 2 in French. So
you speak French?
A little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, basics.
Very necessary.
Yeah.
So far you can communicate with it.
Yeah,
you're good to go. Yeah.
And moreover, because of what I do now, we've been traveling a lot, so you get to catch 1 or 2 languages here and there. I understand a little bit of Portuguese, though I don't speak. I understand a little bit of French. I understand Swedish. I speak Swedish. And English is normal. So as I was saying, it wasn't easy because it got to a time, especially when I got to the tertiary level, when I was at Kumasi Polytechnic reading HND accountancy. Then fortunately for me, I was invited to the national team where I had to go to camp at Winneba, stay in camp from Monday to Friday, and then you'll be released to join your clubs for the league games at the end of the week. Yeah. So virtually I was losing lectures from Monday to Friday almost every week. So sometimes my junior brother helps me out. He was at Bribed College then. He gets the handouts, we do photocopies, send them to me, sometimes bring it to me at Winneba in cases where we don't get the opportunity to come back home during the week. My roommate was doing the same course with me, so I was fortunate for that. Timon Ebucho is now one of the government auditors. I think he's in charge of Northern Region also. Okay. Yeah, so it was tough. It was really tough because it's not easy combining education at that level and with football. And you remember at that time too, you've not yet cemented your position. Yeah. You are still justifying. Week in, week out, players come, and week in, week out, players are dropped. So you need to focus and make sure that you deliver on the pitch, and at the same time you have quizzes to be doing. Yeah. So it wasn't easy. At a point when players are sleeping or they're supposed to rest, I'll wake up and be reading. I remember one time Joe Louis told me that, Masa, I had no school. Then he would just put it in a jovial way. Then they will just understand because they need to sleep. So I need to put off the light and then go to the common room downstairs at Winneba, stay there and read. I mean, those times, Coach Didi Dramani was a student at Winneba, and he was one of the guys who were encouraging us. Coach Afrani, may his soul rest in peace. Coach Afrani played an important role in my career. Why? Because before the team left to Ethiopia, that batch of U20, which I was part, I was a member. Afrani was supposed to take me to Ethiopia. Then I was supposed to do my final exams too at Poly. So I decided to defer the program just so I could go to Ethiopia for the U20 CHAN. And Afrani told me no. And I should just pray for the team. We are going to qualify from Ethiopia and go to Argentina. When he comes back, he will invite me back. So had it not been Afrani, I might have deferred my program, and who knows, maybe I might not be able to as we speak. And who even know what would have happened when you go to Ethiopia? As we speak, I have a deferred master's program whilst I was playing football in Sweden. Oh wow! And I'm yet to complete. You have to go and complete it. We leave that one. No, you have to go and complete it. We leave that one. Your mom is watching. Hey. No, because maybe it's because I've diverted a little bit. I'm more into sports now. Recently, I completed the master's program in international sports law, because I've developed the interest in that field more. But with the accounting and finance, we'll go back to it. So when you were in Sweden, you were still in school? Yeah, I actually furthered my education in school. I did some courses before undertaking the master's program. FIFPro, the Players Union, they used to have this online education. So I had that with the University College of Nordsjælland in Denmark. We did tourism and hospitality management. I did that, and I did few courses with sports management worldwide in the US. It's also online. I did scouting with them. I did football administration or sports administration with them. I did two courses with them while still playing football. So, I mean, I had started that when I was here. So it wasn't that much difficult.
Your life has been full of education.
And we still continue to study.
To learn. So talk to me. At what point would you say was the breakthrough from your mom insisting that, Yussif, you need to be in school, don't play football? When did you get that breakthrough?
I got that breakthrough when I went to secondary school.
Okay.
Yeah, when I went to Prempeh College. Then I was far from home. And then I think...
Were you a boarding student?
Yes, I was.
Okay, no wonder.
I was a boarding student. So the first years, it was me, Edward Osansa, who were able to make it into the first team. We went to meet the last batch of the old system.
Oh, okay.
So it was the last batch of the Form 5s and the lower 6.
What year was this?
It was in 2004.
Okay.
Yeah, 2004. So we went to meet the last batch of
the Form 5s.
No, not 2004. 1994.
1994.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the last batch of the old system.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Bonoso and myself were the only first years who made it into the school team. And so from there, Udman was already playing for Kumasi Corners Babies, a coast scheme.
Okay.
And before I left to school, I was also playing for a coast team here in Accra, Daily Stars. So Edmond introduced me to...
But that one you were hiding to play? The one in the ground you were hiding
to play? Yeah. Even the Munchendi were all hiding to play. Sometimes they would come and beg my mom. You know, my mom was a trader, so we used to help her trade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we used to help her. Even when I was in secondary school, I was still trading with my mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was selling foodstuffs and all these things.
So you go to the market with her to sell and all that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're doing that. So sometimes... in order to be able for her to allow me to go play football, when I go, I sell quickly, come get another stuff, go sell them quickly, and then for the day or for the week.
So what kind of food stuff was she selling?
Plantain, yam, tomatoes.
Oh, okay. I mean, those stuff.
Yeah.
So she will put them
staple
in more of a plate for you to go around and sell?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Carry on my head and go. And I used to have some schoolmates who used to laugh at me when I sell. And those people, I used to go to their houses for their parents to buy for me. You know,
I see.
I used to go to their houses for their parents to buy for me. I wasn't shy of what I was doing because at a point I was making some money.
Yeah.
Because my mom used to give me the stuffs at a discounted price.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that I could
That's
buy.
a motivation for you too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that is why I wasn't shy. I mean, I wasn't shy at all. I learned how to trade even at that age. So last I said it was a proper training.
Yeah.
It was a proper training for us.
And then from the school to where?
So when I went to Prempeh College, Edmond was playing for Corners.
Yeah.
And he did mention me to the coach.
Okay.
Who also saw me, he liked me. So he came to Accra to see my coach team, Daily Stars, and then got my card from them, got my release.
Oh, okay.
So I had to play my final 2 years of under 17 with Corners Babies in Kumasi.
Oh, okay.
And from there, Alhaji Guza saw me. And then from coast football straight to Premier League.
Premier League.
Yeah, with King Faisal.
How did you get to Kotoko?
Yeah, me going to Kotoko was, Kotoko, it's a traditional club. They had their traditions and values. Those days, or during our days, you can only play for Kotoko when you've excelled or you've really established yourself in the local league. you know, either with any of the
let's say the feeder teams of Heart of Oak and Kotoko.
exactly. You know, not only the feeder teams, because both clubs were snatching players from each other. So, but all that I'm trying to say is, Kotoko were going in for players that have
a certain pedigree,
announced their presence, the players that have established themselves in the league.
Within the league,
because it is a club that always wants to win. Kotoko wants to win. They are like the Milan clubs, AC and Inter Milan. They always want to win. Those were the days where they were playing with matured players. Yeah, things are changing. So I had played for King Faisal for 3 seasons.
Wow.
Yeah, and that is how come Kotoko showed interest in me. Like I said, Kotoko were poaching players from other clubs, players that have succeeded, players that have made it, have made success with other clubs. Just as they poached Stephen Odro from RTU, Aziz Ansah from Olympus, Franco Sef from King Faisal, Nana Hindria from King Faisal, Nana Frimpong from King Faisal, Nana Hindria from Ash Gold, Godfrey Rebois from BA. You know, so every player that was at Kotoko at that time had already made a mark from another club. You know, so it's like putting stars together to form a formidable team. So when we came, I mean, that year, we almost went unbeaten. It was Heart of Lions who beat us. But when we went to their own grounds, and we won the league after 10 years, when Kotoko have not.
That was under Abdulrazak, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Under Coach Razak. So that is how come I ended up at Kotoko. I mean, that was those days. To come to Kotoko, you should excel in your club, and then House of Kotoko. Before I came to Kotoko, House of Folk wanted me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They actually transported me from Kumasi to Accra.
Did you take their money?
No, I never took their money. And there is one story I'll say. I'll just exclude names because some are in higher positions now.
Yeah.
But I just want to say this as an advice to the current players. Recently, we've been hearing stories, issues about betting and bribery and all that. These issues, especially bribery, has been there since before us and at our time and now. But you see, one thing with bribery is, if you are not self-disciplined, you might think you are enriching yourself or your pocket, but it is going to cost you dearly. I know playmates that have suffered, their career suffered because of bribery allegations. When I was at King Faisal, we had a game against House of Folk. Then there was a rumor that some players have been bribed. So Alhaji Guza, one of the best administrators in our football, forget about his educational background. If Alhaji had higher education, trust me, he would have been one of the best administrators, because the man was intelligent, highly intelligent. You know what Alhaji did? Alhaji called one of the players. I'm not going to mention names. He called one of the players. Those days it was this stationary phone booth.
Yeah.
He called him, went with him to the phone booth, and called an official of House of Folk. Alhaji told him, "Kachire ni say sika no unya bi. Sika na omo achama players no. Unya bi." So this player told the official that, "Boss, Mati say ni na sika no nya bi o. Osi o hunwe asumesi hu Voilà. Alhaji Guza say,
"Voila,
me a mafia chairman." Me man can't just say me a mafia chairman. Before that, I was with the U20. They had approached me in Kumasi. I said no to them. They followed me to Winneba. I said no to them. They came again to Winneba. I said no to them. Then I reported the case to Coach Eduse, who was our national team coach.
Which people were chasing you that way? Is it a football club?
Yes. I reported them to
officials of which club?
I won't tell you the club. I won't tell you the club. I reported them to
our national... Is a club in the Ghana Premier League?
Ghana Premier League.
Okay.
I reported them to the national team coach. Then I called Alaji and told Alaji that this is what is happening. And Alaji said, when they come again, take the money and give it to Coach Eduse or bring it to me when you come to come. Then I said, Alaji, but if I take the money, in their minds, they will think that I've accepted.
You've been bought.
I've accepted their bribe.
Their bribe.
He said, no, as soon as you take the money, I am going to call them and tell them that the money that they brought to you, it has been given to me. I said, okay. So, lo and behold, they came again. That was a day before we were going to break. It was Thursday. We usually go on break on Friday.
Oh, okay.
So we join our clubs. By Saturday, you are there. Sunday is the game. So, the money was in the polythene bag. I don't know how much it is because I never opened it. I took the money, gave it to Coach Eduse, showed it to him. Then I called Alaji, told Alaji. So Alaji called the chairman of the club and he said, the money that you sent to my player in Winneba, I've been informed. I have the money with me. So don't ever think that the player is going to do what you asked him to do. So they called me. They said, but why did you do this? We told you. I said, yes, I did that because I've told you a couple of times, number of times, that I am not going to accept this. Because as we speak now, if Asofok wants me, or if Kotoko wants me, or if Ash Gold wants me, any of these clubs I will go to. So if I take bribe from any of these clubs, do you think they will look for my services? They will never. They will never do it.
Do you still recall the official who gave you the money?
Yes, I know all of them. And they are all alive. I know all of them. I just don't want to mention names, as I said.
So the rumors within our game of football that there's indeed bribery.
Let me finish my story. That same club, at the end of that season, they came chasing me. After the whole incident, do you think if I had taken the money and played to their games or rules, do you think they would have come for me? They wouldn't have even made an attempt to come for me. But they came up and I went to Kotoko. I chose where I wanted to play. So this is our own interview, but I'm sure some players will be watching. And from the office of the PFAG, we've been advising players on these issues. It seems day in, day out, we hear stories about betting, bribery, allegations here and there, here and there, here and there. But of course, if you are not a thief, and somebody says you're a thief, why should you go and steal? To vindicate the person.
So I'm sure if the person or the people you are referring to, if they watch this interview, they will know the story you're sharing.
100%. They know themselves. You understand? So the upcoming players should be very, very careful. Any official, any club official who approaches you with a bribe doesn't like you. He wants your downfall. He doesn't want you to succeed. That same person will never ever bring you to his club. Never. Forget.
Because
so
what it means is that if someone approaches you, you can deliberately lose for his team too.
Of course. But if I've been able to patronize you, where is the guarantee that somebody cannot patronize you when you are playing for me? It's your character. And that game, that particular game I'm speaking about, those of our mates who were compromised, their careers went finish. Their careers were dead.
I'll have to speak to Alaji Griza on this
Alaji
show.
Griza came to the camp Saturday night. He came with Quran, he came with Bible. And he asked everybody to swear. And some refused.
Griza brought the Quran and the Bible and asked them to swear.
When you are a Christian, you swear with the Bible. When you are a Muslim, you swear with the Quran. Some didn't even raise their hand. He said, oh, they are not one player. JB Dankwa. Say, JB, Christian, who ma Muslim woman say we are there. We so boost we are doing sini.
That's quite an interesting one.
You see, so Muftau, it's painful when you hear that. I mean, you can see a beautiful career. I mean, a talent, but due to one or two accusations, the career has gone waste. But you allowed it. You gave yourself, or you gave them the opportunity to ruin your career. If you had stayed firm, I mean, how much was I making in Faisal? 5 cedis a month.
But those days was some good money.
Yeah, but even that wasn't the motivation. The motivation for me was a coast player getting the opportunity to play in the Premier League.
And you were even passionate about the game.
I mean, that was all. That was the joy. That was the joy. Week in, week out, you see yourself in daily graphic sports here and there. People are mentioning. That was the joy. You see,
you went up a year and Yussif Chibsah on radio.
The money wasn't an issue. Maybe we were childish or we were young at that time, but that was the fact. We were not much about the money. Now, of course, I ain't the amount. Of course, you don't get nothing. And from coast football, you went straight to Premier League, and you are getting 5 cedis a month. Now that I bet you pay, you know. You see, but things have changed.
Yeah.
I'm not saying clubs should not be paying players, or they should take advantage of this and say that this is my personal motivation.
And even those days, stories have changed.
We had players at that time who were senior players who were taking more than that.
Yeah.
You know, so you need to set goals and objectives for yourself from where you're coming from.
Yeah.
You need to make sure that you are not the same as the other person.
But within Kotoko, you never heard anything about bribery and all that?
No. I mean, how can you bribe a Kotoko player?
Kotoko? Huge. A big club, like the Real Madrid of Ghana.
How can you bribe a Kotoko player? It's impossible.
Okay.
Can you imagine, I was earning 5 cedis at King Faisal. I went to Kotoko and they were giving me 100 cedis. 1 million at that time.
What?
I was like,
Ogboro.
The boss is in
Did
town.
you call your mother to tell your mother that I'm taking 1 million Ghana?
The Nigerian will tell you. Those times, 1 million or 100 Ghana today was...
Yes, it was massive.
Was really
big money.
Really good money.
Yeah, I can imagine
That's
that.
That's a sign-on fee. And, I mean, we don't even ask for the salaries. Because the gift we were getting from the fans, from the supporters.
Yeah, people actually say this.
Unbelievable. Look, when we come to camp, yeah, we go to camp on Friday or maybe Saturday. Before you go back to camp, because we are used to, everybody comes with a big bag. Maybe you have just 2 pair of boots, your shin pads, and your toilet bag. Yeah. But a big one, because Circle 9 will come with Lucozade. Circle 20 will come with Milo. Circle 5 will come with energy drinks. Before you go home, it's like you've gone to the supermarket to shop. Your bag is full with provisions and... As for calling cards, the MTN scratch card.
Yeah.
And the Fanokwa. And the Fanokwa.
Wow.
Trust me. They were just coming in just like that. And because we were winning.
Yeah.
And therefore, if we go into a game, first half, and there is no goal, when we come back to the dressing room, we challenge ourselves. But if you get a goal and you miss it, you will pay us our bonus. Yes? Joe Henrich introduced that thing.
Who?
Joe Henrich, our captain.
Joe Henrich, okay.
Yes. He and Ayindua, they used to challenge each other. Ayindua, hey, I say, them ball no, any bonus, and I'm making me bonus or who. Then Ayindua also tell him they also my share, I'm making me bonus or who. So it got to a time, whoever lets us down, you pay. In a way, you pay.
This is a way of motivating the group, right?
Yet Miko half time. The coaches will not even talk. Because, among ourselves, we know what we've been getting. We know what we get from the fans when we win games. And so we can't afford to lose those monies that we were getting. Chastela. For 18 la ha banana sika no. Ya mwa na de gu on ya tinitini mu. Tinitini mu na ya kambo na ya kenkan na ya che. It got to a time we were not going to the 18 anymore. We go to the corporate bodies. Your custom Bank of Ghana, your ECG. Your 3 offices are your pump. Your pump for the day, your coffee alcohol rest.
Really?
Yes. Me, I went to Roman Hill to go buy carpet for my room.
Yeah.
Or the chair me. Woolen carpet. For free. Or that's why I do Kotoko care
You got a glass of water?
Yes. So you see, this is how sweet Kotoko was. Or how sweet Kotoko can be.
Wow.
Because all they needed was win.
Just win.
Yes. All they needed was win.